Welcome everybody, Jay Wellness here with you, and we got an exciting topic that is surely not to put you to a nap. One of the questions I got asked over the past week is that, is power napping a real thing or is it a myth? Does it work? Is it beneficial? Is it good for the health? Well, I'm going to address those questions right now. A couple of things with power napping is that it's got to be executed correctly. One thing I will also say that if you're choosing to implement power napping into your everyday schedule is that you do not want to power nap anywhere close to the time you're about to go to sleep. Sounds quite funny, but power napping is actually a craft. It's something that does need to be perfected over time. You will not succeed at power napping right away. Of course, there's those moments where you doze off and wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. But it's a different story when you plan a power nap session. A couple of key notes to take into consideration if power napping is something you like to try. Some folks actually just can't. No matter how hard they try, they cannot shut their brain before they actually go to bed for the night. But if you're one of those individuals that has the ability to lay back in the recliner or actually just lay on a park bench and get a good quick snooze, it's something that's going to be very beneficial for you to be able to rejuvenate your mind and keep going. Super especially for those individuals that work double shifts at their jobs. This is going to be tremendous as it does cut back on some of the time that's needed to refresh and recharge. But I also want to make note that there are some key notes to take into consideration. When starting a new job, especially for our beautiful frontline people out there, your nurses, your janitors, your doctors, your electricians, etc., retail clerks, you're going to probably be asked to work double shift. So one of the beautiful things is that you have the ability to service all of us and still be able to have that energy boost. Our consumer, we take advantage of the fact that these people, the frontline people, are just running off of what they can do. And we are probably coming off of a good night of sleep, or we may be stressing and dealing with things as well. But let's just take into consideration that these individuals are doing whatever they can to not only, of course, make money, but they are also servicing us and for the cause. But let's get into the key notes. Sorry to kind of go off of the topic for a minute. But to get into the keynotes, I want to start with this. If you're new to this or you're still perfecting it, make sure you always put an alarm. You have to set an alarm for yourself. No matter how tired you are, you may go over an extended period of time, and then at that point, it's not considered a power nap. It's actually considered just your average nap, which can definitely make you not want to sleep later, or it actually gives you that groggy feeling, depending on what stage of sleep that you are in when you awaken. Another key note is that you do not want to go over the 30 to 35 minute mark. The aforementioned precautions or the repercussions of this is that, of course, you're going to sleep too long, and you may even feel worse than if you hadn't taken a nap altogether. So you want to make sure that you're within that 30 to 35 minute mark, and setting that alarm is going to make sure, or we hope anyway, make sure you don't go over that limit. We briefly touched this one, but going back, I'd like to mention that if you're going to power nap, please, and I stress this one, do not nap after 3 p.m. It's just not going to go well. You want to make sure, like for example, if you're going to bed at 9:30 or 10, you do not want to be power napping around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It is just not going to go well. It's going to cut into your sleep cycle, and it's going to completely ruin your rhythm. It only takes one night to really sidetrack your rhythm a little bit. So you want to make sure that if you're going to power nap, do not do it after 3 p.m. And the last and final tip or keynote, or however you want to call it, you don't want to make your environment too relaxing. For example, let me dig into that a little bit. You don't want to snuggle in bed, get your blankets nice and ready, playing some soft tunes, some warm tea, and your PJs, because what that's going to do is going to make you want to stay in bed much longer than you should be. You want to kind of make yourself feel a little more uncomfortable. So for example, you want to lean back maybe in your recliner seat, or if you can, if there's space, if you have like a bench outside, you can kind of kick back there for a minute. Or if you're in school, maybe during your lunch break, just lean your head down on your desk. These are things that will help to not make your environment too relaxing, because we want to stay within that 30 to 35 minute time period. Now, kind of carving into some of the benefits, the health benefits anyway, about power napping, it does have several health benefits. We mentioned, of course, alertness before, but to really dig into this one is that power napping is proven to enhance your cognitive behavior. You're going to think better. If you have a good, successful power nap, you're going to wake up and you're going to just think better. Of course, that first 2 to 3 minutes, maybe even longer, you're going to have a little bit of grogginess. But once you get through that cycle, your brain's going to start firing off all these different ideas and things that you are like, wow, I didn't know I had retained all that information, because your brain did a reset and it's really working on all cylinders. Power napping also reduces stress. It really lowers your cortisol levels. If you are going through different things, as a lot of us are during this time and other different times of our life, just simply taking about a 15 to 20 minute nap will definitely recharge you. It will reduce the stress that you probably had before the nap, giving you a better outlook. Your responses are going to be crisper. It's going to be sharper when you're conversing with others. You ever have those moments where you're just speaking so well, everything's just flowing just the way you want it? That's showing that your brain is working at its optimal levels, and we want that, ladies and gentlemen. For you athletes out there, you physical active individuals, just taking about a 15-20 minute power nap is going to reduce muscular tension. It's going to help with healing. It's going to give you a renewed feeling in your body. It's almost comparable to about 20 minutes of stretching, just getting some good sleep, and being able to wake up, get that blood flowing again. It is amazing for athletes and just anyone that's been physically active, doing some yard work, running around with their kids. Laying down for about a 15 to 20 minute nap is going to make you feel so much better, to be able to hit that reset button and keep going. And another benefit is it enhances your immune system. Not surprised, if you're resting and getting a good quality power nap, your immune system is getting a slight boost, and it is going to be something that you're going to notice. Of course, right out of a power nap, you're the most creative. Now that sounds very funny, but it's true. Right after a power nap, about 20 minutes or so, no later than 30 to 35, you're going to be your most creative. So take a good power nap and then continue working on something. Homework is a good thing. And if you have a project, this is going to completely stimulate you and get you going in ways that you wouldn't have been if you hadn't taken the power nap. So in conclusion, folks, ladies and gentlemen, your grandparents and parents and family members were all on to something when they decided that they said, hey, I'm going to shut my eyes for a little bit. They are actually improving their health. And although it seems challenging at first to get started, once you create your little platform, you set your alarm, you can actually learn to power nap. It's something that's not just built within your genetics. You can actually train yourself to power nap, especially those folks out there that are working double shifts. You don't want to put too much wear and tear on your body. So incorporate power napping, please. All right, with that being said, I have been working a lot of hours. I think I might actually go power nap. So if you do decide to give power napping a shot, please do it at your earliest convenience. Try not to go past 3 p.m. You'll be just fine. I ask y'all to subscribe to my channel so you can get all the latest health and wellness videos, motivation, yoga, and meditation. And just like any other video, I'd like you to leave you with one thing that you can tell your family and friends. Being well is feeling well. Feeling well is doing well. Doing well is living well. Happy wellness, everybody.